All right, folks, we're going to Sunday morning playoff action. What is this, Brad? The divisional round? No, the wild card. Wild card divisional.
It's actually called the Super Wild Card now because they added a team and they got one bye now instead of it's.
All right. And here we're going for the Skylar Thompson special. Kyle Stafford, Skylar Thompson, is that his name?
Terrible.
Miami Dolphins at Buffalo Bills. Bills minus 13.5, over under 42.5. Everyone's looking for a blowout here. What's it gonna be? Twisted tie.
I mean, Miami, I don't even know how they made the playoffs. They made the playoffs by what? By a safety?
And then they lost 5 straight, and then they won 11-6 over the Jets and got in.
They covered the spread on a safety.
I'm telling you, there was. Remember that one week when I said something about what guard's the right guard because he's a lefty when that guy went out? They've been absolute poo-poo since then. There's no way you can take Miami here. I don't care what the line. Holy sh!
13.5. He's got to type some stuff into his computer.
That's a lot of points.
Folks, that's why we love him. His preparation for the show. He knows what he wants right away.
What's 32 plus 16?
48.
We're going over.
Over 43.5.
Yeah.
You think it's going to be 32-16?
I do.
All right. Al, come back.
Two things that matter in this game. One, Miami is 9-1. They're 9-1 in their unders in their last 10 playoff games. 9-1 unders last 10 playoff games. Low scoring affairs. The other thing, if DeMar Hamlin is anywhere near this stadium, whether it be in the locker room giving a speech or on the sideline or up in a press box, if he's anywhere near here, Buffalo is going to blow the roof off of this damn place. I think he's going to show up. He got released from the hospital today. All signs point to him being there. I'm going to take the under in this game, though, because I think it's going to be Buffalo like 42-0. I think it's going to be a bloodbath. And I don't think that and that's fine, but guess what? When you don't have a quarterback to find that gap and that hole, you're done for.
Still Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle.
How many points they scored last week against?
I mean, I hear you.
Not many. I'm taking the under in this game, but I love Buffalo 42-0. We're taking the under.
This weird safety that no one even cared where the ball was.
Let's taste. Under in this game, Buffalo kills them.
I tell you what, Skylar Thompson started 2 games. ATS, you know what he is?
2-0.
He's 2-0 against the spread, baby. Skylar Thompson.
Because of a mixed extra point and a safety.
Call him Cover Thompson, because that's all he does, baby. Josh Allen's only 44-33 ATS in his career. Skylar Thompson 2-0. You have to be kidding me if you think I'm taking Miami plus 13.5. It was always the Bills. It's gonna be the Bills minus 13.5. It will be the Bills until the Niners see them in the Super Bowl.
We can debate that one on the AFC side of it. But yeah, I can't make an argument for Miami, so I gotta go Buffalo. Buffalo Bills minus the 13.5. And we'll move it right along to the next game, which is the Giants at Minnesota. Will Kirk Cousins be able to step up and play in a big game? That's the big question here. Minnesota minus 3 at home, over under 48.5. I'll start this one out. I'm going to take my first underdog. I took the favorites in the first 3, but I'm going to take the dog here. I don't think Kirk Cousins can get it done. I'm going to take the Giants, play some defense, take the 3 points, and maybe even win that for a little money line action.
All right. What did you take in that Jacksonville game? Are we lining up here?
I took Chargers.
Oh, okay. So at least we have one different. I got to go with my brother. Brian Dable, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's my guy. I love that guy.
He looks like the Bear.
I love Coach of the Year. If he doesn't win, it's a sham. Absolutely love him. Little fact I have written here, a fun one. Kirk Cousins' ATS is 69-69. So, I mean, I do love those numbers, but I got to go with Dable and the Giants here. One of my favorite games. I want to see the Giants move on. Hopefully the Niners see them in the next game. We don't have to relive that Kyle situation, so from many years back.
Out.
Minnesota. They've lucked their way into so many wins and covers this year that why is today any different? Or why is this game any different? We're going Minnesota at home. I'm sure there's going to be some sort of a prop bet on Justin Jefferson, even though he has absolutely blew everybody's fantasy chances in the last 2 weeks. He sucked, and he ruined it for everybody. And
I think you've lost some money on Jefferson props this year.
yeah.
Overall, he's probably cost.
He led the NFL in receiving up until the last 2 weeks,
Right.
and then he was a poo-poo.
I feel like there were 3 games kind of mid-season too. He left you like wanting one more.
So I'm back in Tan Man. We're going Minnesota with this
Alright.
game. Why not? I like the Giants. Giants were a fun team this year.
Rematch of Week 16. Minnesota won on a 61-yard field goal. Their luck is going to run out. I'm going to go with Big Bay here. Give me the 3 points. I love what Saquon's been able to do. Daniel Jones has been underrated. I'll go Giants.
Daniel Jones rushing yards is a good
That's
prop.
got to be game of the weekend, right?
No, that's a boring ass game.
It's definitely not. It's definitely better than the next game.
It'll be competitive, just like I think
I mean,
Chargers
it
Jacksonville
might be
will be.
competitive, but neither of those teams is going to win.
But that's the game of a weekend, right? A blowout can't be a game of the weekend.
I don't think Chargers or Jacksonville's winning their next game either.
I know. I agree. I'd rather watch teams that have a chance to win the whole thing.
But those are
Even if they win in a
blowouts.
blowout.
No. Just saying, don't want to watch that game. Sorry.
It's okay.
Okay.
We have another divisional game. We've got 3 divisional games on the slate this week. And the last one is going to be the Sunday night game, which is a rematch of last week. Baltimore at Cincinnati. I believe Baltimore is starting Huntley. Is that correct?
They're not starting Lamar.
No Lamar. And they'll be at Joe Burrow and the Bengals, who are favored by 8.5, over under 40.5. Big Bear.
I don't understand this one. You know, Joe Burrow's a great quarterback. He's 4-0 against the spread. In the playoffs, it's 8.5. And Baltimore doesn't have their quarterback. This should be like a 12.5 point spread. You know what I mean? Playoffs, they play tough. Baltimore's got a good defense. I just don't see how Cincinnati doesn't cover here. It's almost so obvious I want to go the other way. And I will go the other way. Give me Baltimore plus 8.5. This is a too good to be true. I've been flip-flopping on the too good to be trues all year, and I'm staying with it. Baltimore loses but covers. Give me Baltimore.
You want to know why
Huntley
Baltimore covers?
figures it out.
Yes, we do want to know.
Look at those teams close, Case. Why do those?
Division.
Yeah, exactly.
Division matchup.
It's a dog man.
The Junkyard Dogs. And the Junkyard Dog, the pit bull of the Junkyard Dogs.
There's no way it's not close.
Baltimore Ravens. Yeah, they
Cincinnati
play
will
tough.
win. There's no way it's not
They put
close.
John Harbaugh's gonna be sitting there.
So twisted tie, is that?
Tucker's gonna make a bunch of field goals.
Yeah.
So you're taking Baltimore?
No, I'm gonna take the over. I don't trust Baltimore. I absolutely can't stand it. I'm also gonna go out there and say it. I don't think Lamar Jackson ever plays for another game for the Ravens.
Wow. I'm smelling like an 18 to
Isn't this the last
11
year of his contract?
showdown.
Yep.
So if they lose, when they lose, then
But he's also his own agent, and he's also trying to sign up the team, and he's hurt, and he sucks. Mm-hmm. So
Hey, I tried to tell you that in week 1.
You're
Al,
right.
you're up.
I was wrong about a few things this year. Lamar Jackson.
He led fantasy scoring until he got hurt. Led
month.
fantasy scoring.
For a month, I looked right. I had a prop bet he was going to win MVP.
That's why you're.
we haven't seen each other in a while, and I would be remiss if I didn't thank my friend Bear for encouraging me to travel over the holiday season and really get out there and go see the family and get in that airport. It was just an absolutely memorable experience, and I hope you burn in hell. Cincinnati.
Cincinnati. Yeah, I'm thinking Cincinnati too. I'm a little scared here. I do think the divisional matchup. I think it could stay close, but I just I think Burrow gets it done. Bengals are hot. I think
Burrow
Bengals
hot.
got a good chance to get to the Super Bowl again. I really do. Bengals minus 8.5. All right, we're going to the final game of the week. That's going to be the Monday night. Dallas limping in after getting blown out by the Commanders last week. And they're favored by 2.5 at Tom Brady and the Buccaneers. That's come down from 3. And over-under is 45.5. Owl, start us off, baby.
Under.
Under.
Just under.
Yeah, talk about a snooze fest. I'm with Al here. Dallas, they looked horrible last week against the Commanders. And Tampa Bay, they haven't played an exciting game all year.
Not true.
45.5. 45 and a half is way too high. I'm with Al here. I'm taking the under. And I'd be remiss, it's been a while.
Guys, he's 45 years old. He's been doing it for 20 years.
He's not.
You're not going to take Tom Brady?
He's not winning this
Against
one.
the Cowboys.
He's
We didn't
over the
say anything
hill.
about who
He's over the hill.
He's just gonna win like 12 to 6.
I've seen this. I've seen it. I'm going to see it again next year.
How many points is he putting up this week?
He scored 62 fantasy points last week.
That goat is dead. And 62. Well, that's a fact check.
No, they're
40
they had three bombs to Mike Evans.
Huge. You get points for 40 yards.
Yeah, those were some big ones.
I can show you the picture.
I don't know what everyone just picked. You picked
Under.
Tampa.
I'm taking Tampa. Tom Brady, baby. He's getting it done. I mean, maybe the whole games haven't been exciting, but he's had some exciting endings, and it's going to be exciting
I don't
again.
care if he's
when he
65.
takes
I'm
down
going to keep
the
betting
boys.
on.
You're right. He wins
Finishes those boys off.
18 to 14.
Dallas
Sure.
eats him alive, too. I mean, I'd argue this to the death. I'd take Dallas minus
Two
2.5.
things have happened in my life. The Cowboys have lost.
Over
and
the hill.
Tom Brady has won.
Over the hill. I mean, yeah, that's just a bad argument. His team might be a little bit bad.
There's
he ain't
two-
over the hill. He's ready to go. And he's undefeated against the
He played the
Cowboys.
Panthers in that big lighted up game, too.
Undefeated
Against
against
the
the
Cowboys.
I could throw 200 yards against the Panthers.
Tyler, for this week, can you do like a prior to this coming out? Can you do like a little graphic where you put every game? No, you put every game as a poll.
and it drops.
No!
It goes to Denver. Then it goes
No.
to Washington.
No,
Your
no.
bags go this way.
No. So like each game is on a slide where they get to pick the Seattle, San Francisco over under, and let's see how the audience freaking does picking these games this week. You can get some of that rolling.
Yeah, we can do some screenshots and then just circle your picks or something. I don't know.
No, we want them to do like a poll, a voting
Oh,
poll
you want me to poll them all?
for every game, so that people can pick from the 4 for every game and see how these fools do against us.
We could do that.
It's not so easy. But I'm a perfect. I have not lost in the playoffs yet this year. I'm looking to trend up. I'm ready.
Alrighty, folks. Should be an exciting playoffs. You boys have fun down there. And
Stay dry.
For those of you concerned with this numbers, if you faded Brad all year in the regular season, you'd be up $3K on a $100 unit. $3K.
But you didn't.
Maybe someone out there did. You know, you never know.
No.
There's some guy that's like, God, I can't wait. They're like the last 2 weeks, like, where's the Owls picks? I need to fade it.
God, there's like an entire floor in Vegas. You haven't shown up in 3 weeks.
I
What are we doing?
have my own channel.
Yeah.
You gotta subscribe if you want to fade these
Fade it.
picks.
Hashtag fade owl.
Yeah.